readers. It's good to have you all here. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you all. All right, let's see what we got. Welcome to Tarot Days and Nights. There we are. All right. What we got? Ritz and Chanel and Selena and Freedom and Combobulated. Hello, all. Chanel, no question. Just a big thank you for the reading yesterday. My phone died, and I couldn't answer you after a bit. Anyway, that reading made me cry in a good way. And again, thank you. Aw, I'm glad I was able to have an impact on you. I always try. I always try to do my very best for you guys. Hey, CM, welcome. So, I hope the news is as good for you as in the reading yesterday. That's for sure. Okay. That's what I hope for you. Combobulated. Hello. I hope you had a good day. Let the more worthy questions go first. So let me tell you, just real quick. I don't think there's any questions that are more worthy than others or anything like that. But occasionally I'll read a question that seems very, very serious. Compared to, not that everybody's question isn't important. That's not true, because everybody's question is important. But sometimes you can just feel I don't know, when you read it, you can feel the seriousness of it. And you know that you have to really do something about it. And that's kind of how I felt yesterday with, especially with Anya's reading and also with Chanel's reading, that there was just something about them that just called out to me, telling me there's something really serious that needs to be talked about. I don't know. I'm not saying it, that, the simplest questions, just, please, can I have a general reading, isn't serious, because it's serious to the person asking it. And of course it's serious. And I get that. And I don't want to minimize anybody's questions ever in any way, but just sometimes, I get that feeling that, boy, something is important. There's just something really, really bad about that question, or really, really just, I think you know what I mean. I think you get it, right? People just need help. I mean, we've had people in here during the show that talk about suicide and hurting themselves, and I've taken questions like that and done them pretty much kind of put them out all the way to the end of the show, just kept on going all the way to the end of the show, making sure that this person was not, that people were not going to hurt themselves. It's just different. I don't know. Sometimes you can tell. Sometimes you can tell something needs to be said at the right time. And, well, I think Anya's question yesterday just seemed to me to be something that needed to be done right away. And Chanel's question, I think, needed a good answer right away. I think there was a couple other ones. Those are the two that stand out right in my head right now. There were a couple of others. All right. So I will definitely get to you combobulated tonight, because you know what? You were here last night, you were here this morning, and I didn't do readings for you either time. So Rich wants to know, what does SM want from our connection? I think SM wants you to make a choice. Choose between one thing or another. Which way do you go? Do you choose to to do the easy things or the harder things? Do you go the good way or the maybe not quite as good way? I think it's going to involve, I think SM wants you to meet with them. I think SM wants you to meet with them, and they'd like to meet quickly. They would like to, I think there's a distance factor going on, whether it's actual distance or like online type of distance where you are talking to each other online. There is definitely a distance there. I think that communication, I think there's new communication coming. And again, I think that's what's going on. I really do think maybe this whole thing with SM is an online type of it is an online situation. And again, I see movement here with the Chariot, right? Things are moving in a direction. And again, it just strengthens the idea that SM wants to meet up with you. So, basically what does SM want from your connection? SM wants to meet you in real life, not just talk to you on the phone, not just text you, not just do any of that kind of stuff, but actually meet up. The world says this will happen. You will achieve that. SM will achieve it. You will find joy and happiness, and I think you'll find a good purpose for yourself, and I think you'll be happy about that. And that's what I see for you, Rich. That's what I get. Okay. Selena you're asking about how I stay level-headed during something like that. Well, you can see I try to stay as calm as I can when I do readings. He wants to see you. Yeah, there you go. All right, Rich, I'm just going to finish you up right quick right there. See, I knew it. He wants to see you. Anyhow, Selena, I try my best not to get overly excited about things when I do this show. Even though my emotions get the best of me sometimes, I still try to stay very even-keeled about things. And I have to say that the few times, and it's happened 3 times on this show, that we have had suicide discussions, usually in the last 15 minutes of the show and stuff. And there have been other people in the chat at the same time while this is going on, and they have been different people at different times, just have been extremely helpful and reaching out to people and stuff like that. And usually if it's usually if it's a girl in her 20s, maybe, say, they may talk and communicate better with a woman who may be a little bit older than they are, or, not my age, but older than they are. And, those people are just happen to be there at the right time, right place, right time kind of deal. And so I do my best to stay calm, because you gotta keep that kind of tension. You got to keep the tension down. You got to keep the whole level down, right? You got to keep the level down, or else if I got real stressed, and the people would get real stressed, and well, that would just be a mess. That would be bad, and that would make it so that things just don't go well. Yeah, I'm sorry, Selena. That's terrible. That's very sad. Of course, I would never tell names. I would never share names of who these people are, but some of these people, 2 out of the 3 come back to the show all the time. And, again, I'm not one to share who it is. I think if they wanted to share, they will share themselves. That's not for me to do. That wouldn't be right. But I do feel really good in my heart, knowing that I think I at least help them for that night. And then, someone else usually someone else will take over and do probably a better job than I can do, because they have been through whatever it is that person has been through. And then they come back the next night and they tell me that they're doing better and things are getting better, and they realize that their lives can be better. They just never looked at it that way. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm not licensed to do anything. I'm barely licensed to drive. And I got to tell you, if they saw me drive, they might take that away too. But I do feel like sometimes it just, again, I just get a feeling of what it is that I should say and what to do and when to do it. And it's worked. So far, so good. So anyhow, sorry. I don't know, some reason I'm very sentimental today. Very, I don't know, something. All right. Does the Taurus want the Virgo for sex or a relationship in future? 2 friends who have been trying to get together, but now it seems more intense. Lena. Yeah, thank you, Freedom. You guys have always been my family of friends, right? The Knight Reader family. And you're always here. You guys are always here. And we're always bringing in new people. So apparently somebody enjoys what goes on here, huh? Somebody does. Somewhere. All right. So I think I can see where these 2 friends have decided they want to start something new. They want to start something together, and they want to, they want to get together. The 10 of Pentacles, well, of course, that's all about prosperity. Right? Having a very happy life, a happy family, happiness with friends, kind of having everything. The 6 of Swords says they want to go somewhere together. They not go, not like physically leave, but they want to get away they want to get to a point where they can get together and just be together, but they need some guidance. I think they need some guidance from someone. Selena, not saying you, but maybe. Right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for guidance on how do they really get things moving in the right direction. That's what makes the most sense to me. That's the best way I can think of to put it. I think it's something that they need on when they are on their own and they have their own time and they're away from each other. I think they really need to reflect on what they really want. What do they want? What type of sacrifices are they willing to make to have this relationship? They've been friends for a long time. Are they willing to sacrifice that friendship if the relationship does not work out? Because, I can tell you just from life experience that when two friends get together in a relationship, if something happens in that relationship and they split up the relationship, they never can go back to being friends again. It just doesn't work. So are they willing? They have to really think, are they willing to sacrifice that friendship if the relationship was not, was unable to work out? The magician tells me that they're trying to take the initiative to make this work. They are very confident that they can. They're very confident they can make this work. Yeah, just one of them needs to take the initiative and just, say something. Just say something, right? For crying out loud, to say something. Just tell the other one, If they're together and they're alone, one of them that just needs to blurt it out there. I love you. And have it out there. Just put it out there. Because if one knows it, the other one already knows it too. And what's the sense of not putting it out there, right? What's the sense of not having that information out there already and just start it off? Just say something. So I think they're going to. I think they're going. I think it's going to be. I don't think it's just going to be sex. I think it's going to be actual relationship. But I think somebody's got to take the initiative and just, jump in with both feet and say something. Say something to them. Say something to the other person, no matter what. Yeah, Chanel, it was kind of weird yesterday when I was talking and you were answering my questions, and then all of a sudden you stopped answering. And I'm thinking to myself, she usually stays throughout the whole show, no matter what. I usually do her questions really early in the beginning of the show because she's one of the first ones. And then I answer her question, and then she stays throughout the whole show. And so I figured something must have been up. And of course, well, your phone died. Now that'll do it every time, right? That always does it. But I'm glad you were able to go back and see and find out exactly what I had said, especially after the reading, or throughout the reading when I do ask questions sometimes during readings. Freedom. It's good to have you here. It was nice to see you over at MPT's show today. Thank you so much for going over there and supporting her. I know she appreciates it. You know, and I understand when you guys go over, and if you can support her and stuff when you can, that's great. And if you can't, that's okay too, because you know, I understand, and she understands what the different, you know, time zones and stuff. It's difficult, you know, right? Sometimes you guys are right in the middle of work days, or you know, or it could be the middle of the night, based on wherever it is that you are. That's why I do the 2 shows. That's why I do the one at 11:30, and then I do this one here at 6:00 here on my time, Eastern time, because I kind of cover all the time zones this way. I got them all. I got the whole thing covered, the whole world. I worked on camera adjustment and lighting today a little bit. So things look a little brighter. Things look a little more colorful here in the cards. All right. So what is up with the downstairs neighbors? When are they moving out? For sure. When? Oh, things are moving forward. Things are getting more serious, moving forward, and there are rules that have to be followed. Right? Eviction has its own set of rules. There's rules for that, and you know, they have to be followed. And if you don't follow those rules, of course, then somebody gets in trouble. Big trouble. But yeah, I think, you know, I thought they would have been out probably by the end of this week for October 1st, but it doesn't look like it now. Ace of Pentacles tells me believe it or not, the Ace of Pentacles kind of tells me that they got like a new lease on life, a new lease on things. The Two of Wands is all about, you know, they have chosen how they want to control the situation, and I think they were able to. I think they were able to control this situation to the best of their ability, and that really changed the whole point of view of things. Right? I think we're going to have to let go of the idea that they are actually leaving. I'm not really seeing the whole idea that they're leaving anymore. I did for quite a while, but now all of a sudden these cards are telling me that we might have to give up on that idea. That may not be the way things go. They have hope, and there's been some type of healing, and well, that healing would be them getting better, you know, getting things fixed and taken care of, whatever it was they had to do. Whatever the reason was that they were not going to be there has been fixed and taken care of. So now they feel comfortable and they are inspired to stay. So freedom, I got to tell you honestly, just from these cards, and again, you know, I only do my readings for entertainment purposes, but I just don't. I think they're staying. I don't think they're going anywhere. Not anytime soon. All right. So that's what I get for you, Freedom. Again, thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate it. Combobulated. So yeah, last night I saw you left and you were tired, and I know it's late. I know it's late for you over there. Was it? It's 11:25. Sorry, dropped a card. Oh, had to make sure I didn't miss any more. think it's 11:25ish where you are, combobulated. Yeah, the show starts at 11 o'clock at night. And I'm sure when I come on at 11:30 in the morning, and it is, 4:30 in the afternoon, you're probably at work. So I understand. And I'll have to keep that, it's something I'll keep in mind. I have a lot of people that are England and Ireland and, France and stuff like that are, that come to the show. Of course, the Farrell family that you guys see all the time, they're from England, and Charlie Bear that's here. I saw them today, Charlie Bear. They're from Ireland. The Farrells are from Ireland. A lot of Irish people. Very nice. It's very nice. Of course, it's a nighttime show here. We have Fairy Wren Whispers. Fairy Wren Whispers is from Australia. So we have people from all over the world. I have people from South Africa. I have people from all over the United States, of course. I have one viewer from Pakistan. I have a lot of viewers in the morning show from India. There's a lot of people from all over the world. So you have a second round interview tomorrow, on Tuesday. For me, next Tuesday, I'm sure you got to be meaning, because today's Tuesday. For me, at least. And for you, it's already almost over. So I'm guessing you mean next week, right? Combobulated. But yeah. Yeah, Sunshine Lee, you're from Miami. You're the same time zone as me. So, yeah. So next Tuesday, how will your second round interview go? Well, I think after the first interview, you kind of decided, the interview went really well. The interview went extremely well. And Kelly Webb, absolutely, you can ask a question. Just post it in the comments. I do choose questions randomly, and donations take priority and guarantee a reading. So, but I think after the first interview, it was like it's like a mic drop kind of deal, right? You walked away, shut the door, and out you went, and you were done, and that was great, right? You think it went well, and you were real happy with it. And well, guess what? They asked you back for a second interview, so you were right. It did go really well. The King of Pentacles tells me that your second interview is going to end in some type of business success, which is great. That's what you want, right? That's exactly what you want. And that's exactly what you're getting. You are very practical and reasonable. And I think they see your dependability. And that's really helping. And I think that's very helpful to your cause, right? To get this new position or new job. So yeah, I definitely see some type of business success, and a lot of it's due to your dependability. The King of Cups tells me that you are very emotionally balanced. You are able to balance sympathy, generosity, stuff like that, all in, at the same time being good at your job and being very businesslike. Right. And that helps. Again, that helps people. That is just another way to help people. So I've got to imagine this has something to do with some type of customer service, or some type of consulting, counseling, something where you're helping people get information. I think this is what I'm thinking. The Five of Cups tells me you, of course, at times feel like you're on your own with this whole thing. You feel kind of lost about, what am I going to do? Where am I, is this really what I want to do? What am I supposed to do? But the Ace of Cups comes along and takes away all that loss and all that hurt, anything that there was that was bothering you, and gives you a very new, strong emotional healing. And that's what you really want to happen. But I got to tell you, I think things are going to go well. If I had one card, if I just had this card and you asked me, how will your second interview go? The answer would be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. It's all about business success, dependability, being very realistic. So that's what I think. That's what I'm getting. That's what I get from this, from the cards. All right. That's what I get. So, Zena, how are you? Where in the world is Zena Maldonado? Just kind of rhymes with Carmen Sandiego. I don't know. Will Steven come back? I'll tell you, the colors are really popping tonight. I like this. I like this, the way things are right now. All right. Well, again, Steven is dependable. I just told this discombobulated that, the King of Pentacles. I'm not going to go along with the whole business success part of this because we're not really talking about business or a job or anything like that or career. But the dependability part stands, right? The realistic expectations part stands. So, will he come back? He is dependable. He is, he's willing to change. He has become, he is very flexible in what he is willing to do. So, I'm thinking, yes, he would come back. I think he's a little frustrated that things ended the way they did, that the two of you split in a way that happened, that you did, because the Three of Swords is here, and that tells me that there was some type of real pain and heartbreak, and he really felt like he had to move on. And that's what he really felt like he had to go. But will he come back? I think he will. Does he want to? Yeah, I think he wants to. Temperance tells me you're going to have to do things, if you're going to talk to him and stuff, you're going to have to do it in moderation. It's just going to take some time, right? It's going to take time for things to work themselves out and to move forward and to get back on track. It's a difficult thing Temperance is always talking about patience, but it's also telling me about things are moving forward. And, well, that's what you really want, right? You want things to move forward in a way that Stephen returns to you. That's the forward that you want. Now, the thing is that we just have to make sure that that's what he really wants. When I talk about moving forward and moving on, right? The Three of Swords, I told you, was about moving. He felt hurt and had to move on. And then we get a card that says about moving forward. For him, is moving forward, moving away from the situation because it hurt so much, because of the frustration. Maybe he thought things were just too much for him, right? He has all these books. Maybe they're just too many. There's just too much for him. I kind of hope that, his idea of moving forward and your idea of moving forward are the same. But you can definitely see where there may be that separation, and things, his moving forward is going to the future, and your moving forward is actually going to the past. Something to think about. Okay. Something to think about. The one thing that kind of leads me in the direction that he's going to come back to you is that whole dependability thing again, right? He's dependable. That that's like being loyal, like a good, like a good dog, right? He's loyal, and that's what I get. That is what I'm getting. Kimbobby, you love this deck. Maybe you should buy something more like this. You only have the traditional Rider-Waite, but can never read for yourself, and I'm not good enough yet to read for others. So you need somebody to work with. You need somebody to do readings, because I have a Rider-Waite deck, right? I have a basic Rider-Waite deck here too, and I read from this a lot of times. I've done a lot of readings on this show with Rider-Waite. Nothing wrong with Rider-Waite. Rider-Waite's great for learning and for the symbolism and trying, figuring out what that symbolism is and what the cards mean. My first deck that I had, that was actually my second deck. My first deck was a deck called the Llewellyn Basic deck. This is the backs. And this is basically Rider-Waite as well. It just has very updated pictures, right? They're not quite as cartoony as Rider-Waite, but it's almost based exactly from Rider-Waite. It's almost directly the same deck of ideas. So there's a lot of them out there. Now this is the Wizard's Tarot. I just got it. It hasn't even been a week yet. I got it last week. And this one is very Rider-Waite-esque also. I mean, it's got the same ideas, the same, the pictures are different, of course, and you can read different things into every picture, of course, with every single deck, because every deck is a little bit different. But, you get the Three of Pentacles is the Three of Pentacles in all the three of those decks, right? It's all about cooperation. It's all about teamwork. It's all about having a plan together, and there's potential in that plan, and there's creativity going on. Someone in this group is very smart. You can see that in the owl that almost appears in the light here. Now, that wouldn't be in every deck, but it's in this one. So you always have to, there's always a little something different here and there, but I'll tell you, get good with Rider-Waite first. Get really good at it. I could never read for myself either. But at the time when I started doing my reading, I had my daughter-in-law here who also did readings, and So I would do readings for her, and she would, and she would help. Speaking of the Three of Pentacles, look at that. I shuffled, I cut the cards, I pulled them out random, and of course, the Three of Pentacles still came out. I guess that card really wanted to be there. Sunshinely, welcome to New Jersey from Miami. It's good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Generally speaking, I think you have a very new idea, new potential coming, right? With new energy attached to it. So it makes you very excited. I think you're very excited about the new things coming your way. I think you are, really excited about getting going. You want to go and get in here as quickly as you can, get moving forward as fast as you can. Make sure when you're doing that, though, real quick, make sure you've got everything planned out, because that's important. Plans are going to be important. The Three of Cups tells me that you have a lot of support, right? You have family and friends and, loved ones and stuff that are all supporting you for success. The Five of Wands tells me that there is competition for whatever it is that you are looking to do. You're looking to, right? Whatever it is that you're starting, there's going to be some competition around it. But again, I think if you have a good group of people working together, I just explained that card, didn't I? You get a good group of people working together with good plans. They're very creative plans. I think there will be, if everybody's a good team and cooperating, there'll be a lot of potential, and that your potential will move forward much faster than any of the other competition. So, and I think, again, with all the support that you'll have, that will all be very, very helpful for you. All right. That is what I get. I don't have many decks, by the way. I don't have many decks combobulated. I have Anna.K, which is another beautiful deck. And it's, again, this one is not quite as Rider-Waite, but it is and it isn't, right? But it's very nice. It's big. It's real big. It's like the size of my hand. It's huge. But that's a nice one. And then I had someone donate to me the Lightseers Tarot, which is this one that you've seen. And this one, same idea. It kind of, it gives you the same ideas, right? We just had the Three of Cups, and well, there's the Three of Cups in this one, right? We had the Three of Swords a minute ago, and it was the three swords through the wizard's hat. Well, of course, this one is all about the swords going through the heart and being about heartache and heartbreak. So, they all kind of have the same idea. Empress Love, you love that deck? Which one? The Lightseers or Anna.K? So, yeah, I have really been working Lightseers. Lightseers is beautiful. It is a beautiful deck. You have Sunshinely, you have Lightseers. Yeah. Like I said, one of our followers, one of my very first moderators, who has not been able to be here too much. She has been here recently a couple of times. Kitty Cat donated that deck to me, and that was a wonderful gift, I have to say. And she also donated the Lenormand deck that we use on Wednesday night Lenormand. So that's always exciting. It's always nice. That is always a nice deck too. I love doing Lenormand readings because it's so different than tarot. It is so different. Christina. So Christina, what's going on? How are things up there in your neck of New York? My sister, and the boyfriend are going to start living together. Your question is, will them living together turn out to be good or terrible? Oh boy. All right. Kelly C. Webb, you want to speak? You want to be chosen to speak on a podcast? Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds interesting. We will talk about that. I hope you're still here. If you're still here, Kelly Webb, let me know. Yeah, Lightseers is a beautiful deck. Anna.K is a beautiful deck, and I got to tell you, I've told the story before. The woman who made this deck here, she also made the Tarot in Wonderland deck that I have, and she made that Llewellyn Classic deck. Her name is Barbara Moore. Her, and also Anna.K, who made the Anna.K deck, I wrote to them. I emailed them. I was like, you know what? I'm going to email them just to say thank you for making such nice decks of cards, and that I use them on my show, and I really enjoy reading with them. And they both wrote me back. I was like so surprised. I was shocked. All right, so Christina, your sister and her boyfriend are going to be living together. Is it going to be good or bad? Good or bad? It is going to be. It's going to be none of your business. No, I'm only kidding. I am only kidding, Christina. You know that. But I am going to tell you this. I think the cards, at least here in the beginning, are telling you that you need to let go. You're going to have to just let go of what's going on with your sister. I know how hard that's going to be. I know they're both crazy. And I know you have your, her child, her son, right? Her son? She has a son. Oh, geez. No, I can't remember. She has a son, I think. I think so. I know you have the child's best interests at heart. I really do know that you have their best interest at heart. Oh, she has two daughters and a son. Okay. Oh gosh. This is not the one, the sister, is it? This is not the sister, is it? That's going through all the other stuff. I thought she only had one, but oh gosh. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. All right. So I know you have her kids at heart. I know you have the best interest of her kids at heart. Are her kids going to live with her? Yes, the sister. Okay. Are they going to be living with her? I just think it's time that you're going to have to let go of the things that are going on in her life and take some of that stress off of you, because it's just making things so difficult for you. They're just gonna have visitation on the weekends. Okay. The 10 of Cups is telling me the 10 of Cups is giving me a really good outlook on this. The 10 of Cups is telling me all about that they are going to be safe and there's going to be good well-being with them and they're going to feel blessed and there's going to be a lot of love. And again, I think that kind of goes along with the whole idea of, yeah, you got to let go because things aren't going to be maybe as bad as you expect them to be. The Queen of Pentacles tells me you can plan and you can organize all that you want, but it's not going to, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're not going to be able to change anything. No matter what you try, no matter how hard you try, you are just going to have to be, kind of calm and relaxed and be nurturing to the kids, right? Be nurturing to the kids to the best of your ability. And I think that, and I think that's going to be just how things go. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. There's going to be a change coming, right? That's what death is all about. It's all about changing. And then they're going to move, and then something else comes out of it, right? After the changes, after whatever change it is happens, something new starts. And what's new, of course, is going to be this whole idea that they feel very satisfied. They have just enough of what they need to be happy and peaceful. And I know all the craziness. We've talked and heard and done readings on all the nutty stuff that's going on. But I truly believe that things seem like they're going to be okay. At least that's what I'm getting from this reading. So, my son out in Montana, 2,500 miles away from me, just sent me a picture of my grandson, who I haven't seen in quite a while. All right, so Kelly Webb, are you still here? Did you tell me if you were here? Are you still here? Oh, where am I? Where did I lose my spot? Sorry. I hope you're still here. Yeah, you're just going to have to wait and see. She's still doing all the crazy stuff. I understand. The thing is, Christina, I think to them, they're going to be happy the way they are. And if they never change, well, they're going to be happy until they go to jail. Right? Until something happens that changes things for them. Gotta hope for the best. All right. Kelly Webb, I don't see you here still. Are you? All right, so raise your hand if you want to see a picture of my grandson. That's it. Keep your hands up. Let me count them. Let me count the hands if... And Nansiba Dubé, are you still here? Boy, that's a lot of you that want to see a picture of my grandson. There he is. He'll be 2 years old at the end of November. He'll be 2 at the end of November. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate that. All right. Will you get a promotion at work? I think you will, because you really enjoy the job you're doing. He's cute. I know. He is. Thank you. Yeah. Now, my other son, his girlfriend, well, his fiance, they're getting married first, but his fiance is pregnant. Just a little pregnant. Not a lot yet. Just a little bit. Yeah, so I get to be granddad again. But at least they live closer. They only live about 40 minutes away from me. These guys, this one that you just saw the picture of, he's like a 4-day drive. And I can't fly, so I can't get out there any faster than driving. All right, so I think you really love your job, Nansiba. I think it's something that you do very well. I think you have an air of power and authority. And I think you can really be structured when you are working. By giving off of that feeling of power and authority, makes other people have the confidence that you can do a job that is more, that gives you more power and gives you more authority. And I think there is a new, there is that new potential, that new energy all around you. The stars talking about hope, right? It's all about hope, and you want to feel comfortable doing the job you're going to be doing. You feel very inspired, and the 6 of Pentacles tells me that you are very, you're very giving, right? You are very kind and thankful for everything that you get. And I think these are the qualities that the place you're working for is looking, right? These are the qualities that they are looking for to give to the person that they are going to be promoting. So I think you have a very good chance of getting a promotion at work. Definitely. Christina, you wish you were pregnant, huh? I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. All right. So I got time for one more free reading. And then if there are any donations, I will do donation readings. But I do not see any other. I don't see any donations. Kelly Webb, I hope you're still here, because I am going to do your reading. And hopefully, if you didn't see it, if you're not here to see it now, you can go back and see it later. If you are here, thank you very much again for subscribing and being here and becoming part of the Knight Reader Tarot family on the Tarot Days and Nights show. Will you be chosen to speak on the Youngblood podcast? I don't know anything about the Youngblood podcast. That's why I'm really hoping you're here and you can shed a little little bit of light on that. All right, so we will be doing donations only after this reading. If you guys have donations and you want to make, you definitely want a reading tonight, yeah, we'll be going donations only. And all right, so let's see what we get for you here. I think you really need to, I think the answer is yes. You are going to be chosen to speak, because I've got the Ace of Swords, which is all about new communications. It's all about having a new communication with a very clear message. All right, Christina, see you tomorrow. Right? So it's all about a clear message. It's all about communications and new communication. And of course, that's basically what you're asking. Are you going to be able to communicate? Right? Are you going to be able to have a chance to speak on this podcast? I think you're going to need to really rest up for it. Take some time out for yourself. Right? Have a little bit of quiet time, maybe a little bit of meditation time. I think this will feel very good for you. I think it'll feel very balanced. I think you're going to feel like things are going your way once you get invited to do this or asked to do this. You just have to remember that, remember all the information that you learned, all the things you've studied, all of the things that you worked on to get to the point where you would be asked and chosen to speak on this podcast. The Ten of Pentacles tells me that you'll be very prosperous. You'll be very happy about the way things go. You'll have family and friends who support you. And I think things are going to go really well for you once this happens. So yeah, I'm going with a yes for you there, Kelly Webb, that you are going to be asked or chosen to speak on this podcast. Okay. So, all right. Let me take a look. If I have any donations, I will continue to do donation readings, but that was my last free reading. And I have no donations. So, all right. So I hope you all had a good night. Thank you so much for being here. I know in the beginning of the show, I did a lot of talking, but I do appreciate everyone being here and staying around, and especially listening to me in the beginning. Again, we did some good readings tonight, so we did some good work, and I appreciate you all being here all the time. So have a good night, and I will see you all again tomorrow for Tarot Days and Nights, 11:30 a.m., 6 o'clock p.m. And don't forget, for tomorrow night's 6 o'clock show, it's the Lenormand edition. It's Wednesday. I know. It'll be Wednesday already. And we will be doing Lenormand readings at the 6 o'clock show tomorrow night. So have your questions ready. Very, very specific questions. Okay. And those will go really, really well. We'll have a good time with that because I love doing the Lenormand readings. They're fun. They are a lot of fun. All right. So you all have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Bye now.